Hi there, builder buddies! Listen up. Have I got a story for you? Whenever you don't know what to do with your feelings, the best thing to listen to is a story from God's Word. Do my builder buddies know what God's Word is?
The Bible!
That's right! This true story from God's Word is about King Jehoshaphat. King Jehoshaphat was a good king who did what was right in God's eyes. But there were some people who didn't like the good things that King Jehoshaphat did. One time, these enemies wanted to start a war against Jehoshaphat. Let me see all of you builder buddies make a scared face. You look just like the king may have looked. Jehoshaphat was really scared, so he gathered all of the people in his kingdom so they could pray together and ask God for help. When all of the people were together, Jehoshaphat began to pray to God. The king told God how great he is and asked God to help them because they were scared and didn't know what to do. Then God spoke to them through one of the priests. He said, "Do not be afraid. You will not have to fight this battle. The Lord will save you." Now let me see all of you make a surprised face. I think the king looked just as surprised as you do. King Jehoshaphat began to thank God for hearing their prayer and for promising to save them. The next day, Jehoshaphat and his army marched to meet their enemies. Jehoshaphat put a special group of men in front of the army. These men sang thankful songs of praise to God. The rest of the army followed them. Can you pat your legs to make the sound of the king's army marching to battle? When they arrived at the place where the enemy army was, they received a big surprise. They did not find a strong army of soldiers to fight. Instead, they found that the battle had already been fought. God had caused everyone in the enemy army to fight each other. And by the time Jehoshaphat and his army arrived, all of the enemies were dead. God had fought the battle for Jehoshaphat and his people. King Jehoshaphat and all of the soldiers returned to Jerusalem praising God. They went to the temple and worshiped him. They thanked God for answering their prayer. God gives us all the emotions we feel, like love, joy, and excitement, but also fear, anger, and sadness. When we are having good emotions, we can thank God. When we are feeling some tough emotions, we can ask God for help. And we can be just like King Jehoshaphat by finding things we are thankful for. When we become thankful, we will feel happy. Thanks for listening. Here's one of my special tools to help you remember what you heard from God's Word today.
I feel happy when I'm thankful. You can use me to stick thankfulness on any feelings you have so that you can feel happy too.